I would go back on that one point that where you said, parenting and digital parenting is not so different. Whereas parents usually find themselves in the middle of this flood with Facebook, Bumble, Tinder, Snapchat, TikTok, everything happening so fast. And you're right, and that the thumbs of the little ones are moving so quickly. How can they bring back their aspect? And I think hearing from a parent will give them a lot more confidence that how did you communicate these digital agreements between you and your child or your children? How was that conversation like?
Terrible. Lots of yelling, lots of actually struggling. I am no different from any other parents, I have to say. So please have a peace if you feel like guilty that, okay, today I lost control of my emotion. Yes, we do. Yes. Yeah. If you come to dickinstitute.org, I put the 3 digital parenting principle. So first one is about the boundary. Boundary means that we have to agree about when to use, what to use, not just about the how long you use. How we're going to use is also important. So that boundary is a first principle that I'd like to have. And then in order to have this to be effective, you want to start very early as possible. Best time is when the child is in your womb. That's the best time to start a digital parenting. Yeah, earlier the better. And second part is about the engagement. You definitely need to want to have a conversation with your children about what it means to be, online. So you have to talk about the cyber risk. That means you yourself will have to understand what are the cyber risks out there. And, and second thing is about the more advanced digital parenting skill, like we called it parental mediations, which means that you can actually help children to nurture the critical thinking using the technology. But that part is more advanced, but it's worthwhile, especially if your child is teenagers. So we help them to grow their thinking skills. So that is a more advanced level of active mediations. And also the third within the second principle is about the social emotional growing. So a lot of time people resort to, this mobile when you have emotionally these struggles and you just escape, right? And then you keep flick through. And it is also important for children to cope with the negative feeling. It doesn't really escape to the digital device, which is also leading to a lot of negative side effects. So how you can bring them to be conscious about what they're using means to their mental health. This is more advanced skill, but which is laid out very well in our website. So please take a look. The third actually important principle is a family network. So network means that you need to have a hard network. We want to be ensured that, we are connected to the digital world. But at the same time, it is not just you. It has to be you and within your family. And how you can build a network of empowerment and network of protections around your children is important. So when rule number 1 is that when there's an issue to your children, they need to come to you or your family. You don't want them to go to somebody in the online strangers online. So having a good network where your children can have advice when they fall into trouble, that's very important. So I'd like to like share this three principle, which is kind of encompassing the most of the digital parenting principle. Practical tips can follow, but these are something I wanted to create the menu to the parents that okay, it is not very difficult. I have to leverage among the 10 skill. Okay, this time among the three principle we have.